Coach. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run.
Throwing now is Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Mariota going to give to Lewis. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A second down run with Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Dion Lewis touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This is Howard on 2nd down. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He's going to field this at the 4. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
What we got? Watch the
On 2nd down, it's Lewis. And some room to roam now. Dion Lewis, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 89 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Working from the gun, Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 21 yards away, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd and 4. Coming up. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Single receiver.
First throw now for the backup McCown. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jayon Brown came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
They keep it with Henry on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hall. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. From the red zone now, Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing on 2nd down, McCown.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing now is McCown. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run on first down. Lewis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Lewis has the first down and then some. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing on first is McCown. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down, Clement trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. McCown looking to throw. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
McCown now on first down. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. There's the first NFL catch for the former Stanford man, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, it's McCown. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Heading to the line, McCown with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Sproles. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd and 11 now. McCown, complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So they elect to decline it. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's McCown. This short throw caught by Goddard. Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now, guys who go lower in the draft, undrafted free agents that become big-time players, Pro Bowl players. So you never know. 4th-round pick has a chance to be a really good player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Now it's Sproles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll try and run here with Clement. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Here's McCown to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside There to make the grab. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Henry. Brought down by Nate Gehry.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. To throw is Mariota. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 24 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw it. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is McCown. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mariota. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Mariota. Man open left side is Brown.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. On the read option, it's Mariota. On 3rd down, Henry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mariota hands to Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Mariota. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. From the gun, Mariota trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. To throw again on second down. McCown. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. McCown, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. McCown looks to throw again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. McCown now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Here's McCown. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Shotgun here for McCown. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They're going to run the draw here with Clement. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and inches, McCown. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now McCown to the end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd down and goal. McCown looking end zone, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
LaShawn Sims right there in coverage, and he knocks it away. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now McCown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. A first down carry for Henry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Henry bulldozes past him and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Mariota to throw it this time. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's Mariota to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know as a defensive back, I was taught to play it the way that we just saw. Use the back line as an extra defender and make sure they throw it over your head and not in front of you. In front of you means it's a touchdown. Over your head, you got a much better chance.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if it...
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Mariota to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking here for Smith down. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to